How is it? I don't understand, Luca. I just kicked out autopilot, yet you're still. There's like a cockroach autopilot. It just doesn't die. Good morning. How is everyone?
Great.
Just great.
Yep. Doing good. Not a lot of people here today, huh?
No, it's a typical slow Friday. Good morning, Eric. Good
Mhm.
morning, Audra. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Trayson. Good morning, Maggie. Morning, Dan. Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
Which means all of you have to share a win.
Well, my win is yesterday I was talking to from my calls, calling people. This lady was talking to me and sharing about her solar and how she feels like she's been had with her solar people. And she told me the information and how, let me look at my papers. Um, she wanted to complain, so I gave her people to complain about. Wait, cannot see this. Okay. So I gave her people to complain about, but I looked it up. I researched her situation on BrokerBot, and it gave me all the information that I need to give her. So
Okay.
she tried to sell her house, and she didn't realize the solars that they had it in the contract that uh, re- she couldn't turn over her contract to the buyer. So that stopped her from buying the house. And on here it says that's a big issue that if she didn't know it, that would have messed things up, that messed up the home sale. So they look
So
into
she
that.
had Audra, she had to sell or pay off the solar before she sold the house.
Right.
Basically.
Yep.
I know.
And she didn't understand that part. And they put in an extra meter box that she didn't need. And she said that her power wasn't, it was half of what they promised her.
Sounds like
So
you should get an attorney.
yeah, yeah. She tried to complain. They charged her 5,000 and she said she couldn't afford that. So I'm giving her information here and it says she can make a complaint through let's see. She can make a complaint. Where is that? The Consumer Protections, the Fair Trade, FTC,
Yep.
report government fraud, a Better Business Bureau, and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So she can go to different people, the contractors, ROC, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give her that information, but I also asked her if I help her, which if I put her in a position that she can sell, can I represent her as her broker? I mean, her agent, not a broker, her agent. So that's a win for me.
That's a win.
Yeah. Um, yep, that's encouraging.
Got a got another pre-call yesterday, and I got a sign call for one of my listings. So set up a tour for Monday.
Heck yeah, dude.
My listing closes today. And then I have an inspection on one. And then I got a new client who happens to be pretty famous, I guess you could say.
Pre-famous?
Yeah, they're on USA Today, New York Times bestseller, Barnes& and Noble bestseller, CNBC.
What's the
They're all over
name?
the place.
In other words, they've been in the news. They might be infamous.
Yeah,
what did you do?
infamous.
Infamous. They wrote a
What?
book. If they're
Oh,
on the bestsellers list, Audrey, they wrote a book.
okay.
Or
Um,
or
About
possible
what?
pictures.
Huh?
he can't say it on the call. He's got an NDA,
Oh,
Yup.
okay.
and this is publicly recorded and privately disseminated. And most of you guys don't know how to keep your mouth shut.
Right.
Got
Okay.
it. It's Will Smith.
Will
I
Smith's my house is here.
mean,
If it's Rachel Yaros, you need to let me know because I'm driving to her house and I'm yelling at her for not writing her last book. It's taking way too damn long. We need the next book in her series.
David Hawkins.
David Hawkins.
He makes Eric wake up at 3 a.m. to buy a house.
I mean,
What do you mean you're not awake at 3 a.m.? I've been awake for 4 hours. I went to bed 2 hours ago. How does that work? Right. If you guys don't know who David Goggins is, then you won't get that joke.
Mhm.
All
you
right,
don't see
more
the
wins,
TV
celebration.
commercials?
What was that, Eric?
The TV commercials. David Goggins.
Yeah. No, not Goggins, goggle glasses. David Goggins, the
The Navy SEAL guy.
extreme athlete.
Yeah.
It's not hard, you're just weak.
Well, both. It's both.
I don't care if your arm's broken, get running. What do you mean you can't do push-ups? You got a good arm.
Sounds like the military.
He is. He's like an extreme athlete that does no excuses, no nonsense. But I like, all right. Other wins and celebration, we good? Going once, going twice, 3 times a lady. You guys are quiet.
There's
I
only
did.
6 of us.
Oh, there's a lot more than 6 now, Audra. There's 10 of you.
Oh, okay.
Jess Hoberg, Raluca, Fabi, Angie, Heather, and Max all joined.
Oh,
Oh.
I have an open house scheduled for every day of the week next week, except for Sunday because we fly out Sunday to Mega Camp
That's awesome. That's right. Mega Camp's coming up. Shit.
next weekend.
Yep, that's gonna suck.
But yeah, but I'm not motivated to do it, but I'm gonna do it because I know the outcome of it and just trying to get off my butt and do something. But I scheduled it for every day, Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday.
Well, you haven't scheduled with me in a while. That's a problem.
Well, I thought you forgot about me, Dan.
Why would I forget about you? I talk to you every morning. You're the first person I mention every day. Usually you're the first one I can see with the camera on. Today you're just like, man.
You're in my pocket today because I'm trying to get my house fixed from the storm and a leaky roof, and then I have to run to a home inspection.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm in your pocket. And we're still on your heart. Hey, look, it's Sam. I thought Sam abandoned us. He's just like, no.
No. I had a super early consult that ran a little bit late. So I'm here now.
Is this a new office?
No, this is the same office, just moved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We can't see the kids running in and telling you they love you goodbye anymore.
That is exactly why I moved it. My 7-year-old came in, sans pants on a Zoom call the other day and was like, Dad, I slipped in dog poop. And I was like, cool, where are your pants? And yeah, I don't know. That's so now we rearranged it so they have to come in from, I can like see him coming in and be like, hold on, put some pants on first.
You know what? If you come into my office without pants on, I'm putting you on Zoom. I'm just gonna step out of the way and be like,
Oh, yeah,
good morning, Sam. How was your camping adventure? How is back to school going for you guys?
They're not in school yet.
Really?
Which is fun. Yeah. So September 2nd, I think they go back. Camping is
dang.
amazing. Just been soaking up all the last little bits of summer here.
Yeah, most of us all went back either this week or last week. I think Eric's went back 2 weeks ago.
We don't
Yeah,
get out
it's about 2
until,
weeks ago.
End of June though.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. We get out in May, so yeah, you're a month switched.
Mm-hmm.
So rates have not been favorable. What's going on there? What do we expect to happen in the near term?
I mean, well, there's been still a lot of volatility with the oil markets are still contested, and that's the reality we face. I mean, rates not being favorable. they're still hovering right around where they've been, 6.5 range. And what I keep telling everyone is, even though they're not in the fives yet, the cost for a buy down is substantially lower now than it has been. I think servicers are finally waking up to the fact that the money for them is in the servicing piece, and so retaining those clients long term makes the most sense. If you sign someone up for a 6.875 rate and then rates drop to 5%, they're going to refinance, and you're going to miss out on all that income. So making buy down costs a lot more attainable is kind of keeping people in that sweet spot in the market where you can still get under 6% for a point or point and a half. There's some servicers like UWM, for instance. They just switched to a servicing company. Well, they created their own. It's called Built, and the way that they work is very similar to like a credit card rewards program, where every time you make an on-time payment or pay towards your principal balance, you earn points, and those points can be converted at the end of the year towards air miles, dining coupons, or a principal balance reduction on your mortgage. So I think more servicers. It's pretty freaking cool.
Gamifying paying your mortgage,
dude. 80% of my mortgages are with Built now because of that. Because I just set everything up on auto pay, and I can put an extra $5,000 towards my principal balance every year on each mortgage. Why not?
Yeah.
But what that will prevent though is when rates drop, who do you think I'm going to go back to refinance that mortgage?
Built.
100%. Yeah, I'm not going to entertain Chase or anyone else that might have slightly cheaper money, because it all kind of comes out in the end with that reward system.
Yeah. So did you guys hear that? A point. When he said a point to buy down the rate to get it under 6%. What is a point? You guys understand what the vernacular is?
1%, or was it 0.01% or is it 1%?
It's 1%. So it's
1% of the loan amount.
Of the loan amount, correct. And that's a lot of people confuse that with loan amount versus purchase price. So lenders will always go off of loan amount for our pricing models. So if the client puts 3.5% down versus 20% down, that's going to be a different cost.
Yeah, your VA buyers out there, right? 6.75% rate. You're asking for 2, 3, 4% of the purchase price as a concession. That's fantastic. It helps them pay off the VA lending fee, unless they're 100% disabled.
10%.
Only needs to be 10%?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay. Unless they're disabled. I mean, you can get 10% disability by stubbing your toe.
That's like the automatic guarantee.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
VA lending fees.
You forget to wear earplugs one day in basic, and you pretty much have 10%. It's I think it's funny. And I would be interested, like Eric, to get your opinion on this and any other veterans. But
Trey
to
also.
me, Trey is on here. Oh, he is.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So many veterans I've talked to, they're like very. There's a process, and I walked countless people through this. Like, hey, getting that 10% is super important. I mean, be able to waive your funding fee, in my opinion, right? Just from a financial perspective. But there's a lot of pride involved in their service, and there's actually like a surprising number of veterans I've talked to that don't want to, because they don't want to like overtax the system. They're like, well, I'm fine. I don't want to get disability when someone else, that needs it more could use it.
That's about right.
I 100% hear that. I think that's like the super honorable thing, but at the same time,
you earned it.
Yeah, we as taxpayers, we have no problem paying into that and making sure that you have, if you can avoid a funding fee because of a 10% disability, like you've got all of our support. I'm speaking for
they deserve
100%. Yeah, that's my opinion. But is it a like, I want to understand it though. What are your guys' opinions on that, Trey?
I'm that way, so.
My husband's the same way.
Yep. I tried.
I tried to get disability. It was like an 11-month process driving back and forth from Tucson and Phoenix to all these appointments. And I got denied for that stuff, but I never tried it again. That was like 8 years ago. The only thing I really had was like tinnitus and like some minor like back pain and stuff, but I'm fine. So I'm not like really stressing it. I get a lot of veterans to tell me like, go get a lawyer, do all this stuff. I'm like, I'm not really hurt. I'm fine. So that's
It's
why.
same. I mean, I have my problems, but I tried fighting it for shit. I've been out for 17 years now, and there's just no purpose in fighting the VA. I mean, the VA is just a messed up thing, and I don't really want to do with it. But at the same time, like I'm good. Like I don't need it. There's people out there that need it much more than I do, and if they get it, then great. But maybe I'm too prideful. I don't know.
Maybe. Let me share with you guys a little bit of wisdom, okay? If everyone was starving, would you give up food to someone else that was starving? Probably.
Yes.
I would.
That's just who you are, right? That's just who you are. But do you think they would?
No, I
No.
don't expect them to.
I want you to look at this. And this is a book called The Selfish Gene. The human condition is the type of person. It's a creature that has a strong self-preservation genetic. We do a lot of things to keep us safe, right? We remember negative events. We remember negative things because, eat the wrong berry, you die. So we pass down that in our genetics very strongly. Well, you have to give up a little bit of that to be this wholesome, like, oh, other people need it more than me. That's fine. I look at it as you got to put on your mask first. Because if you don't, take care of yourself. Get the disability to take care of you because you put in the time. You're the one with back pain. You're the one with tinnitus, which is great. Yeah, there are worse people out there. There are always going to be worse people out there. But as a non-veteran, non-military, tax-paying individual, I have no problem paying into that tax system. So instead of seeing it as, if I get my benefits, I'm taking away from another VA benefits. No. When you get your benefits, you're taking your fair share of it. You earned it. You deserve it. That's why these programs are in place. What we don't need congressional halls made out of marble to hold 6 books that feed the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah, true.
I'm not going to be on the tear, but here's the thing. Put your own mask on first, because now you have more ability to help more people, to do more things. And if the government's going to subsidize it by just saying, hey, you have no VA lending fee, Eric, that might help you buy your next house to flip your current house into a rental. Does that not help more people? Now you got your family that's living a better life. You got a family that you've given the opportunity to have housing. Being a landlord is actually a benefit to people. And you're putting more income back into the tax system. Win-win, baby. And in 2027, if you have a high enough disability rating, you don't pay property taxes.
You have to be 100% disability. Yeah,
Not that
100% in
you're
order
gonna get
to.
it, because you're not 100% anything. I can say one thing you're 100% of, but I'm not gonna say it out loud. That's just
It starts with an R, ends with a D.
and I love you for it. Never go full read. Never mind. But that's another benefit to your clients, right? You got, and especially my Sierra Vista people, even Tucson too, right? Are we not massive military locations?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got DM, we got Fort Huachuca, we got that secret place we're not supposed to know about.
We know about it.
But there's a ton of people that you can be talking to right now that are in the position, hey, we can help you get a better rate, buy it down, it's cheaper right now, plus we can get you on a scoreboard to get points. Everyone loves to gamify things. But did you also know X, Y, and Z? You know how huge it would be for a retired veteran to not have to pay property tax anymore because of their disability?
Mm-hmm.
How much
That's a big selling point for mine.
What was that, Eric?
Big selling point for most of my clients, because most of the people I deal with are veterans or active duty, and that's a big win for them.
Huge part of the Sierra Vista market is military.
Yep.
On that note, there's a surprising number of resources for offsetting property taxes, not just for military personnel. So your local county and sometimes the health department can help figure out what is available to you locally. But a couple off the top of my head, obviously, if you are 50, hold on, is it 59 and a half? I think for Washington it's 59 and a half. It might be different in Arizona. I'll double check that. But you can get your property taxes lowered if you are a senior. And then a lot of places, the health department will give you a stipend towards property taxes for growing certain, if you have enough land and you're in a rural area, for growing certain vegetation or trees or things like that. So up here we have, it's some willow tree. I don't remember it, but it's native to Washington and they're really scarce. But if I grow them on my property, I can offset like 50% of my property taxes. So there's a lot of different ways that you can offset property taxes. If you have a client that is fixed income or anything like that, struggling with just the overall affordability, there's a lot of other resources that people just never look into that can help them make that a lot more affordable. Look it up actually for Arizona.
I have a client that sold 5 million square feet of Arizona turf. Their tax basis was like $30 a year because it's set up as grazing lease. That's 120 acres for those of you who are not fast at math. It just sounds cool when you say 5 million square feet.
It does sound better.
There's a way to save money, guys. This is all about hacking the system. Everyone's so tripped up on interest rates, right? 6.5%, 7%. Okay, great. No one's really worried about the interest rate as much as they're worried about the payment. Wouldn't you agree? So let's help get a better payment, help them save some money, help them do some stuff. If you're worried about the interest rate because you're like, you know what, based on the mathematics, based on my calculations, if I pay on this loan, I'll be paying an extra $230,000. No, throw an extra $100 a month at it, you'll be paying $100,000 less or something stupid. We gotta find creative ways to solve people's dilemma with affordability. That's what this all boils down to. Do you like the house? Yes. Do you like me? Yes. Do you like the payment? Not yes. Let's find a way to make it more affordable. So Sam's put in here, right? The eligible plants that qualify for taxes: citrus trees, apples, peaches, pecans, pistachio, wine, grape.
Looks like the
fields. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't paste the whole thing. Doggone it. So minimum 5 acres. For 5 acres, looks like it's biofuel type stuff if you have a hydroponic setup, which I don't know if you want to go through that much work. But I mean, the reality is there's a lot of resources out there for the clever individual who wants to offset their taxes. Anyone have any like weird clients or loan scenarios that want to pick my brain about? I haven't done that in a while.
I was curious to ask, what's the workaround to getting a loan fully approved when the veteran doesn't have their orders yet? So I have a client right now, and he's working with a United Veterans Lending. It's a company like that. They always give me problems, but
I find a different lender.
well, yeah, we already did. But it took some convincing because he has family members that's used them, and he's like, "Oh, I think they're great." Da da da. And then now I got him to switch. So I spoke to another lender, and she was basically like, "Yeah, that's easy. With the orders and everything." So we're closing on the 28th of this month, but his orders are taking a bit longer, so it might not be until first week of September that he gets them to come down here to Fort Huachuca. So Veterans United basically said we can't do anything until we get the orders. But spoke to 2 other lenders. They're like, "Yeah, that's an easy solution." I was wondering what that solution was.
So a lot of times, if you have, so if he's PCSing from where?
From Georgia to here in Arizona at Fort Huachuca.
Okay, So what I've done before in the past is like his CO at the base he's PCSing to can write. It's basically like, I think they call it like a recommendation letter, but it's basically, it'd be the same as if like in the civilian world, it's like an offer letter from our job.
Yeah.
So as long as we have an offer letter, then we can move forward with it.
So they would just need a letter from someone up in the chain of command to send.
Correct. Yeah.
Hey Trey, I could help you with that. I had my last client a couple clients ago, same issue, PCSing from Colorado
Mhm.
here, and he just got something from his command saying like, "Hey, yeah, this is happening," and Chris was able to get it
Yeah,
funded.
I'm working with Beatrice right now, and she's like, "You do that's a
Oh yeah, she's great.
that's a simple
She-
fix." I was like, "Oh, okay," because Veterans United was making it sound like nothing could be done.
Well,
And
Veterans
yeah.
United is terrible.
Yeah, and
Sam, let's get Sam some cracks at the bat.
yeah,
I got you,
Sam's
Sam.
great too.
Sam's pretty awesome.
I
know-
worked with Sam.
Well, I
He can
wouldn't
attest
go
to
that
that.
far.
this is the
Yeah,
third
no.
client that I've had switch from Veterans United just because of just some dumb stuff.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, no, they're
hard to
one of the
beat
worst.
A lot of these banks. It's not. It is not hard to beat a lot of these banks.
No. Most of the time, they're pretty open to getting other pre-quals, but for some reason, Veterans United, that's the only lender. Like they just have people in a chokehold. Like
Anybody can get approved through Veterans United. I've gone through them. I absolutely despise them on a personal level.
The
need
fact
to
that they
find
give
them.
Eric business is the reason he won't let anyone go through them.
No, it's Veterans United and Navy Fed are the two on my like shit list.
yeah.
Navy
I
Fed.
don't even know who the main lender is. Like every time someone emails me, it's a different person. Like they're pissing me off.
It's a call
Navy
center.
Fed has
Yeah.
the best rates, but they don't know how to structure a deal to make it work.
Yeah.
Well, Navy Fed. Okay, so I'll tell you a really quick story in 1 minute. I had a client that his, like, I don't know, 3 or 4. I don't know about 4, but like his dad, his uncle, his grandpa, they all banked with Navy Fed, and so he was like guaranteed he's going to use Navy Fed for his home loan. He met me. We talked through it. He found out, or Navy Fed found out that he was applying with me, and they took a 2-year-old authorization. Literally, it was like 2 years to the date, and applied for a Navy Star loan for him that threw his debt to income ratio off the charts. And they basically said, well, if you come back to us, we can omit this payment because you haven't made the first payment yet and get you approved for a home loan. And pretty much forced his hand until I called the bureaus on him and had them like remove that because they had unlawfully used that authorization and got him a better rate and better loan. But it was like literally blackmail, and I've never seen that from a banking institution. But he's like, yeah, it's not the first time that I've heard that happening. Someone else he knew that had the same thing happen where they found out that he was going somewhere else, and so they applied for a loan in his name that threw his debt to income ratio out. And they said it was for debt consolidation. It made my blood boil.
Man, somebody out there has to smell a lawsuit, big lawsuit. But guys, say, hey Sam, we missed you. Come back. If you got a buyer, give Sam a crack. If you don't have Sam's number, he's in the group chat. If you're not in the group chat, well, you suck. Sorry to be you.
You're horrible.
You're horrible. You're a towel. All right.
I'm a real boy.
203-853-4447. Call
Close enough.
206.
Yeah, I have a client I've been trying to help get a home, but the loan it hasn't been working. So if she's ready, and she says she'll be ready in December. So if this lender can't help her, I'm gonna bring her to Sam.
No. Don't even do the if this lender can. Just take her to Sam. Get it set up now.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my week. Happy Friday. FRYAY. Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to grow my beard to look like Sam more. So
Dang.
have
All right,
a
y'all.
fantastic weekend. Go do some great things. Eric, good luck getting your house together. Call me later. You need to be back on my calendar.
Okay, I'll call you this afternoon.
All right, friends.